Hello there and welcome. My name is Linda and this channel is called Linda T70. It's really good to have your company today. Thank you if you are a regular and a returner, and if you're new, very big welcome to you as well. Yes, just running through a few things that I bought this week and just a bit of garden chat, a little bit of pre-Christmas chat I think. By the way, if my hair looks a bit odd, I don't know if it looks odd or not. Do you ever get to the point when you wash your hair that you really think, I just can't be bothered to dry it and style it? And I'm quite often I get to that stage, especially if you're not sort of going anywhere in particular, but you don't just leave it because, you know, somebody knocks on the door. Well, you've got a reputation to keep, haven't you? And I just videoed a little bit in my car, which I may or may not put in, depending on if it goes right, this video. I've got all these bits sticking out the back, so apologies for that. But I couldn't be bothered. I usually section it off a bit, because I'm not very good at hair. You know, sort of clip these bits up and then blow dry this bit and then blow dry this bit, and then it never really quite looks right. So I still have to get the old, what do you call it? Straighteners. But today I just winged it really, and I thought it looked all right. And then when I moved my head in my car, I thought, oh god, there's all bits sticking up, and it's like nobody loves me really. Anyway, so hopefully my hair doesn't look too weird. Right, just to start with a few bits I've bought. The mystery, by the way, of my baking tins, it really eludes me. If you've watched me before, you'll be sick of hearing about my baking tins, but I was doing some impromptu baking the other day. Just thought, oh, I'll make use of some bananas that I had left over. That sounds good, doesn't it? So I thought I'd just make a bit of banana. Did you call it banana bread or banana cake? I don't know, the stuff cake that you put banana in. And basically, when I went to put the mixture in a tin, I couldn't find any of my baking tins, which I still can't imagine what on earth I've done. I don't remember getting them out any time recently for any reason. I can't even say they went to the car boot sale by accident. So I thought if I buy some new ones, I'm bound to find the old ones, but I haven't yet. So, but anyway, I thought I'd better, just because it's nice just to have a couple in the cupboard. So I went to, I met my daughter for coffee the other day, and she wanted to go in B&M, so I went in there with her. So I bought a couple of, well, I call these Victoria sponge tins, but they're not, are they? They're just cake tins, but you know, they're two tins that you make your sponge with. So round cake tin, two of them, £2 each. These are 21.5 centimetres in diameter, non-stick surface, carbon steel cookware, easy cleaning. I don't really know why I'm telling you that, because you probably don't care, but you evidently can make a cheesecake in it. So there we are. So I bought two of those. I also bought I've never had one of these in my life before, but I thought, one of these things you put a pizza on. I normally just put my pizza, because my grandson comes to me one day a week after school. Well, he has up until now. That's sort of changing now. He's getting older. And he likes a pizza. I give him the same thing every week. I told you this before, but it's so interesting. I might as well tell you again. And I usually just balance it on the shelf, the oven shelf. But I thought, oh, I'll buy one of these. It was only £1.50, so we'll see. Do you know, when my kids were little and they used to eat pizza occasionally, I don't want you thinking I stuffed them with pizza all the time. When you buy those wheelie things to cut them, well, I never bought one of those, and I used to use a pair of cooking scissors, you know, kitchen scissors. And my son had a friend round after school one day, and his friend thought this was the most amazing thing. I mean, we still talk about this now. My son's nearly 40. But this friend of his came after school, and they were obviously having a pizza. I don't think I was there. And my son got the kitchen scissors out to cut the slices. And I just always do that, and I suppose, I don't know what other people do. I don't know if it's weird or what. I know people have those bladey things, but I've never had one of those. I've never seen the need to buy one. But yeah, let me know if you use scissors, or this is an interesting little conversation for us to have, isn't it? A cupcake type tin thing. So yeah, 12 for 12 cupcakes, £4. I don't know how long these things will last, but to be fair, I'm not baking all the time, so you know, I'm not a sort of a bake-off fiend or anything. I just like to have some stuff around. I wanted to buy a loaf tin as well, because I had 2 of those, and they've both gone, and that's what I would normally bake my banana bread in, but they didn't have one. So anyway, I've got something to keep going. So there we are. So let's put those there. And I was also in the range, and I'm always on the lookout now for storage boxes, because I'm in a storage frame of mind, and I saw this cute little thing. This was £4 or something, $4.99. A 3-litre container with tray. I haven't even opened the thing yet. So it's got a little lifestyle type thing, what you can put in the top. And I thought this might be quite good actually for putting my cottons in, because I don't display them in colour order like a lot of craft people do. So I could put my little bits and pieces in there, and then you know, little scraps of, I don't know what, but I just thought it seemed like a good idea at the time. I thought that was quite cute. So I've got all these containers ready to put stuff in, and I haven't really done that yet. I've got some seasonal some containers that have got seasonal stuff in them, as in the autumn stuff that I've just taken down, and bits of fabric and whatnot. I want to get myself some new fabric, because I want to start using my sewing machine, but I don't really know what to make. I can't think of something. There's lots of people that put like 6 things to make in an afternoon. I mean, you don't have to make them all in 6 things in an afternoon, but you know, an afternoon for each thing, or you know, little projects. But they're always things that I don't need and don't want, but I will get around to doing it. I know, I keep saying that. Anyway, so that's a cute little $4.99 little tub thing. Oh, and I also bought kitchen scissors in B&M. So it's 2 pairs for £3.50. I'm not very sure if they're any good, because oh, do you know, I've bought the last couple of pairs of scissors I've bought have been accidentally those ones that come apart. And let me just undo this packet. I hope these aren't. I hope they're just ordinary scissors. Oh no, they're not. They feel all right actually. You know, the ones that have a sort of a thingy, so that you unhook them, and then you've got this piece, and then you've got this piece. I know I'm very good at explaining things, aren't I? And I've had them before, and they've inadvertently come apart, and then I haven't been able to keep them back together again. Now I know I'm a bit of a twit, and I'm sure there's a really good use. I thought, well, perhaps they have that so you can maybe descale a fish or something. I don't know, but I know some of you out there will tell me exactly what you do with your with your scissors that come apart in the middle. Every day is an education when I do a video. So there's 2 pairs here, so they're different sizes, and that's got a thing there which is for let's see, what does it say? Perfect for trimming herbs, includes a bottle opener on the handle. Oh right. Oh well, I've got plenty of bottle openers. I have plenty of bottles, so that's all right. Oh, it includes detachable shears, soft grip handle. What do detachable shears mean? Oh God. No, they don't seem to come apart. Anyway, I was quite pleased with that at £3.50, so I can chuck the other ones I've got away, which are a bit blunt now. So there we are. Right, and then this morning I went to Matalan, which I I did a little piece to camera in my car, not driving, because no, that's just too much for me. I can't be doing a video and driving. And I also find when people do that, these car vlogs, that sometimes you can't hear what they're saying. And do have I think I said this in my last video, my girl's got me a mic for my, a separate mic for my camera. But no one knows how to use it, so I can't be bothered to look at it. Anyway, so yeah, so I went to Matalan this morning, and with a mind to getting some jumpers to go, well, just for the winter, and to particularly when we go to Cologne in about a month's time, a couple of different things to pack really. Now they're things that look a bit like stuff I've already had before, and I will try them on at the end if if you'd like to see how dazzling I look in them. They were £18 each, and they're both V-neck jumpers. They're both size 20, which I think they look like they're all right. If you've never met me before, I am a size 20. I am 5'7". I am a plus size, obviously, because I'm a size 20, and I am 71 years old. So I think that's everything you need to know for the purpose of these jumpers. So I know for a fact I've got a jumper a bit similar to this. I bought it in a charity shop earlier in the year, and I do wear it every now and again. I think I probably would have showed it to you in that video, but this is grey with a black sort of animal type print design, and this one is, because I do know animal prints are all the rage this year, this one is a blue kind of leopardy type print there, animal print type thing. So yeah, I bought those. They were both £18. And the problem I had, which I'm repeating this, I know, because I probably say it in the other bit, but a lot of their jumpers were quite nice. I could have got more, but they were just too short, and we don't want your old belly sticking out the bottom too. It doesn't look good. So yeah, you'll be able to see when I've cut these flaming things off, you'll be able to see what they look like. And I did also want to show you, I did my little Lego flower that I got for my birthday. I said I'd do that, would be the first thing I did when this room was finished. And it was quite amusing because I had my little granddaughter around. It was just in the half-term week that's just gone, excuse me. And she loves Lego. She's 8. And she does loads of different Lego sets. And I was going to just do this on my own, but when she came round, she saw it, and she looked quite interested in it. And in the absence of, I was trying to keep her amused. So I said, well, can you help me do it? And thank goodness she was there to be quite honest, because I still don't think I've got it quite right. But there's only so many times you can ask an 8-year-old, isn't there, to sort of, what does this mean? What does that mean? Because, they give you the book with the instructions in. I'm sure if you don't do Lego, you must have children or grandchildren that do, so you'll know what I mean. And it's really good these days because they show you on each page, you turn the page, it's none of the guesswork or finding the bits. It's all basically there for you. And there was a piece that I couldn't find in a particular colour, and I said, I don't know what. And I said, look, can you find this for me? I think she was getting a bit bored with the Lego by the time, she was off doing something. I said, I can't see this bit. She said, no, that's just the shade of the colour on the picture. It's in shade. So I thought, well, that's told me. But anyway, I still don't think it's entirely right, but it's good enough. And it was a first effort. So, yes, that's going on. That's been on my shelf since I made it. And I'm going to find another one. A potential birthday, a Christmas present, I suppose, something like that. If anyone, any of my family members want to buy something like that for me, or I might just buy one for myself. It's probably easier, isn't it? Right, now what did I write on my list? Yeah, garden. So the garden, I've done a little video of the before, which you saw in my last video, and the after of my garden, and I'm at the risk of repeating the same thing that I said in the video that I've just taken of the garden. I'm quite pleased with myself because it was jolly hard work. It's a bit like all the decorating I've been doing lately. I'm happy to do it and I quite enjoy doing it, but you do notice that when you're finished, you just ache. But it sort of was a 24-hour thing, so it wasn't like I was aching for days or anything. But when you get older, you do get a bit achy, don't you? So I'm quite pleased with my garden, and I've done the planting in the middle, in the pots, so I'll show you that. And I put some fairy lights in. I put both sets of fairy lights in that I showed you in the last video. I think they probably need mains lights because battery lights are all right. I was going to get solar, but I couldn't find any, and I saw these battery ones for outdoor, and I thought, oh, I'll have a go at those. So yeah, so that's all done, and I've taken a photo of it when it was getting dark, so you could see. I mean, it's not brilliant, but it makes me happy. So yes, I'll show you that. And the other thing I was going to mention about Christmas this is Christmas decorations, because I've been trying to get into the frame of mind, because start at the beginning, Linda. If you're a regular viewer, you'll know that I got rid of quite a lot of my Christmas decor in September, I think it was, because I just had so much, and I was kind of inspired by these videos whereby you don't want to leave all your old soot lying around when you snuff it for your children to be lumbered with. And my children aren't the sort of children that are, you know, knee deep in fairy lights and gnomes and things. You know, they have a little bit of Christmas decor up, but they don't, nothing like the amount I do or did. So, you know, a lot of that's gone, and I feel good about that. I didn't sort my Christmas trees, because I do have several Christmas trees of different shapes and sizes, and I'm going to try and get that done in the next week or so, because I was chatting to my friend yesterday, and I think I'm going to put my do my Christmas decorations right at the end of November, the last sort of day of November, which kind of rankles a bit, because I've always put them up in December. It's always had to be December. But of course, when you're on YouTube, and if you want to show people things, you kind of need to do them a bit earlier, because it's not really much point putting a video up on Christmas Eve and then everyone's done theirs, because it's a way of swapping ideas, isn't it? Different ways that people do things, and also I do understand that probably a lot of my viewers are around my age, so you're probably not the types that go legging up and down ladders, and you know, lots of people aren't. I'm not all that fit or anything, but you know, I can manage, and lots of people I know from talking to some of you aren't able to climb up ladders or balance on things or whatever. So you know, it's not an easy thing for some people to do, and I'm beginning to feel now that I really don't want to be doing this. So my decor is going to be, I think, less than it was. Hopefully, because I've got rid of so much stuff, it's going to have to be less than it was. But I've got a few ideas of things to do, so I should be sorting through my Christmas trees and seeing what I can use, and then I'll get the stuff ready and then do a video about that, if you're interested. I mean, I don't know if you are or not, but I like looking at Christmas decoration videos. Mind you though, hold the front page. Me and my friend were sitting watching a few YouTube videos yesterday, because she likes joining me now. The last few years she's joined me, helping me with my Christmas decorations, because it's nice to have somebody else with some different ideas as well. And nobody else I know is interested in doing that sort of thing, but she's got a kind of a design brain, and so she'll come up with an idea, and I may or may not like it, and I'll come up with an idea and she may or may not like it, but basically we do what I want, because at the end, because it's my house, isn't it? But it's nice to have someone to give you some ideas. And they were saying that this year it's all these trends for this year, which some of you may know or not, I don't know. It's all sort of burgundy, flock or velvet, and then we were also, the colours as well, golds and greens and browns and, you know, all these sorts of colours. And we're sitting there looking at each other thinking, because it's like clothes fashion, isn't it? We've seen it, all these things before, all these trends, and I suppose it's because the amount of time you've been alive, it's like clothing fashions, all the fashions for the last 40 years, someone my age has done before. You know, everything goes in a cycle, doesn't it? So I suppose people think that, oh, and bows are in apparently. There's bows everywhere. Well, I mean, bows aren't new, are they? You know, it's just really strange. But anyway, we go with the flow on that. And yeah, so I shall show you the decoration one when I get round to doing it. If you're not interested in that sort of thing, you know, I'm going to be doing it anyway, so I might as well just show you the finished object. Be interesting, actually. I found my video I did last Christmas of my decor that I put up, my Christmas decorations, and my room wasn't, it was before I decorated the room, as in painted and wallpapered decoration, which I did, I think, at the beginning of this year. So it was last year's wallpaper was up, and I also, for some reason, I videoed it on a phone, and it was portrait as well, which is really annoying. I don't really know why I did that, because I don't really use my phone for, I always use a camera for my videos, apart from occasional little bits, you know, little items. If I'm out somewhere and I see something, I'll use my phone, but that's very rare. And anyway, so yeah, so there's that to do. What else have I got to tell you? Poppy Day this weekend as well, so nice to think about the people that gave their lives for us. I've always been very supportive of the British Legion and the Poppy Appeal. Having a dad that fought in the Second World War, his father in the First World War, because obviously we still have troops to this day, and worldwide, you know, our troops do sterling work in everywhere they go. But I always think the point of difference was my dad's generation mostly didn't volunteer. They were called up, so they didn't have a choice in it. Whereas these days, that doesn't, as far as my understanding, I don't think anyone's ever been called to duty to fight in a war in the last sort of 70 or 80 years, have they? It's very much a choice of that's what your career is, and fair play to you, I'm not taking away from that. I don't know if this is controversial or not. I don't want to be controversial, but the reason I'm saying this is because when you look at that, people like my dad who had their youth completely taken. Well, my dad was a little bit older, actually, to be fair. He was 25 when World War II was started, so he was an older person. But, you know, obviously there were people 16, 17, 18 that were getting, well, volunteering. A lot of people did volunteer, and people lied about their age. I'm aware of that. But, you know, lots of people that had sort of 5, 7 years of their lives didn't know whether they, you know, what country they were going to be in, didn't know whether they were going to be able to come, whether they were coming back to see their loved ones. Their loved ones didn't have a clue where they were most of the time. But, you know, did an amazing job for us all, as do the troops these days. I'm being clear about that. I'm not picking out one mode better than another. I'm just saying it was different circumstances. So I always find it quite moving. My dad always used to watch the Remembrance Sunday service. I don't think he ever went, but we used to watch it on the TV, and I've always tried to carry that banner. And I always wear my Poppy. I've also bought like the ones you buy from the shops and that as well, but I've got a little this is a Transport for London Poppy badge, but you know, I always get one, and yeah, amazing people really, and women. It's not just men, women had their role to play, and kept the home fires burning in so many different ways. So yes, where would we be without these people? It's such a shame it's all kind of going up the creek now, isn't it? Everything, there's so much misery going on. This isn't my usual amusing video really, is it? I know, because people keep saying, oh yeah, you're funny, but this isn't a funny video, is it really? Anyway, I'm going to play this back. If it's a load of old rubbish, I'll just have to record it again. I made myself some hot chocolate here. I don't really know why, but just fancied something to have a little. It's a bit cold today. Right, I'll tell you what, I'm going to stop nattering on now. So I'm going to show you the rest of the video. It's Friday today, so I'm just going to put it up this afternoon. Hopefully you'll see it. And I'm going to try and think of something a little bit more light-hearted for next week for you. If you'd like to subscribe and don't, if you've watched my channel and just haven't bothered subscribing, please do so. It'd be really great if you did, because it does affect how much your videos go out. And I was ever so pleased actually. I was watching some YouTube when I was in bed last night. I was watching Busy Bee Marie, and she mentioned my channel as one of the channels she watches. So thank you ever so much for Marie for that. That's really kind. Right, I'm going to stop now, and I will see you in a few days. Thank you so much for watching, and take care, and bye-bye, and stay well. Hi, I don't normally do this start videos from my car or have videos in my car thing. I'm not really a fan of people driving and trying to talk to a camera. I don't think I'd be very good at it, because I find it all a bit distracting, and where I live you have to keep your eyes on the road, to be quite honest. But anyway, this morning's plan is I just feel like going out somewhere and having a look round, so I'm going to go to Matalan. And Matalan is it's in St Albans, my nearest one, which is, I think it's about 7 or 8 miles away. I'm not entirely sure. Just a bit of local knowledge for you there. Anyway, it's a little bit of a drive away. I'm not going to film in the shop. Sorry, this is, I think, I'm a bit wobbly. I'm not going to film in the shop or anything, because as you know, I feel a bit uncomfortable. But I'm going to have a look. I'm a bit more inspired to look at some Christmas stuff at the moment. And also, we've got this trip in December to Cologne, as I've told you. And I could do with a few sort of newer tops to wear, or a few jumpers or something. So I'll see what they've got. They don't generally have a lot in my size in store, but if I see something I like, I can always look online. So anyway, that's my plan, and I shall come back to you in a bit when there's something to show you or to tell you. I might show you the outside of the shop, but then I don't think that's all that interesting really. So anyway, let's see how we go. See you in a bit. Okay, I've been in Matalan. They had a few jumpers in there, because as I say, I thought maybe some stuff I could take to Cologne when we go in December. And they had a couple of styles that I quite like, but they were just far too short. They did have quite a few in 22, just generally in the shop, because I've noticed before when I've shopped in there, the sizes kind of stop at an 18, but today they did seem to have a few more sizes available, although of course whatever size you're looking for, they've always sold out, haven't they? It's always the other sizes you don't need, whatever you're buying, it seems. I bought a couple of jumpers. They're sort of cheap and cheerful. They're not, I'll show you them when I get home. Yeah, and I had to use the flipping serve yourself till as well, which I managed because I'm grown up and I can do these things, just don't really want to. But I thought, oh well, you keep moaning, Linda, just do it. But then it took me ages to get the security tags off. I used to work in a clothes shop, and you every now and again you'll get one of those tags that doesn't quite work and you have to bash it. But mine weren't too bad. One of them was a bit sticky, but the other one was all right. And then all the ribbon things that hang on, that go around the hangers, because I didn't want to take the hangers home, and they was kind of twisted. And someone did come up to me and ask me if I was all right, and I said I was managing. But anyway, it's all right. And the Christmas stuff in there, very uninspiring. I don't know if we've got a particularly dud branch of Matalan. I've said this before on videos. I see lots of people do, you know, go to vlogs of shops they're visiting. And I've actually gone, this particular branch, which is my nearest one, I've actually gone into this shop in times past because I've seen some stuff that someone has shown. And I thought, oh, I'll go in and have a look, because I know you can order everything online, but sometimes you just want to come to a shop and they've just not had the stock of it. They've had nothing there. So they've got a few bits in there, but nothing that kind of floated my boat too much. So anyway, you know, I'll show you what I bought, just a couple of jumpers, and I'll chat to you. I'll chat to you in a bit, okay, when I get back home. So see you shortly. See you shortly. After, and I'll just give you a quick scan round. I feel quite pleased with myself because I've done this all on my own, and it's, as I might have alluded to previously, it's blooming hard work doing all this stuff with the decorating up and down the ladder and the garden. I've been a bit knackered, but you know, it's fine now. So so just to show you, I've tidied up a bit here. We're going to put a cover over that barbecue, and I've moved this table and chairs up here. Still need to find some of this blooming car seat. As I said before, this canopy has been ever so good. You know, it's pretty watertight, really. I will walk on the grass, but it does sound like I'm walking on gravel, so apologies for that. I won't talk while I'm walking around unnecessarily, so because I've had a bit of a twit in the garden talking to myself. So I'll just show you what I've done. You can see mostly how I've cut everything back. When I was cleaning this pot out, I found some little, I don't know if there's snowdrop bulbs in there, so I've just left them in this pot, and I don't know whether they'll come up or not, but that's why I've left this pot here. This sambuca my friends told me to cut down in February, so I've left that. And this little pot, these pots in the middle with the fairy lights, I'll turn them on. Let me just bend down and do the lights. They've currently got battery lights on, so I've got two sets, which you probably can't see terribly well in the light, but I have taken a photo of them. Yes, very underwhelming, isn't it? It's better, I can actually see it better when I'm looking at it than you can. But yeah, I'll put a photo in. So, and my friends told me I've got to cut these leaves back to allow the flowers to show through on this hellebore. So I'll do that because there's quite a few buds down there. Dogs are having a dig about everywhere, which is driving me a bit mad. Anyway, so sorry, crunchy grass. I can't really hear it when I'm walking on it, but I know it's really amplified on this camera. So I hope you can see the difference. I'm really pleased with it, and I think what I'll do is some of the stuff, like this woody branches of this Lavatera here, I struggled to, I have got some loppers somewhere, but I didn't think of getting them out. I struggled to cut them with secateurs, so I'll have to cut them down again in the spring, or cut them further back, but I think they're all right for now. I mean, you know, we're not talking about Kew Gardens here, we're talking about a little garden in Watford. Anyway, so hope you can see what I've done and see the difference, and like I said, I'm quite pleased with it.